What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting not in the center, and that's because throughout this video I'm gonna be like just popping up pictures from the time frames that I'm talking about so you can visually see my fitness journey. But anyways, as you can tell by the title, today I'm gonna be sharing my fitness journey with you from when I started it all the way up till now. I've never completely told this story because obviously it takes a long time. Whenever I post transformation pictures on Instagram, I try to give a pretty good description of what my life was like in the left photo and in the right photo. But filming a video like this is gonna let me explain so much more. So let me just give you a brief background of what I was doing in middle school and junior high and like the beginning of high school. So from 6th to 9th grade, I was on the cheer team. So that was mainly just cardio. We would dance, we would do cheers. The only really weightlifting we would do was stunts, but we would just do a lot of running. It was mainly just a sport of cardio. And then in my 9th and 10th grade years, I played softball. It was something that I had always wanted to play when I was little, and they needed some players. I wouldn't say that I was the best player, but I definitely did all the workouts, all the practices. I didn't really play much, but I was a good dugout cheerer, okay? When I was in softball, that's how I learned to do some weightlifting, not much, but we would do things like squats and some upper body stuff. So I think the big turning point for me when I started gaining weight was my 11th grade year. I actually switched high schools for a number of reasons. So I was under a lot of stress just trying to make new friends and fit into a new environment. And at the same time, I had also just turned 16. So not only was I under stress of making new friends, I had the ability to drive wherever I wanted. So I discovered in my junior year that I like to do homework at Starbucks, which didn't really pay off for me because a lot of people got me gift cards for it that Christmas. And every time I would go, I would get everything bagel with cream cheese, and then I'd get a grande salted caramel frappuccino. I still do get this every once in a while at college, but I probably had this once or twice a week when I was a junior in high school. So I was getting these really high calorie, high sugar meals at Starbucks, maybe once or twice a week. And then my parents also got a new gym membership. So now we're around December of 2016. Being like any other young high school girl, I didn't have much knowledge on weight loss. I just thought, do cardio and don't eat. So I was having these big Starbucks meals, like I said, but then other days, I think I was eating 800 or 900 calories. I wasn't eating anything. I probably weighed 170, 180 pounds, so I definitely needed more than 800 or 900 calories to satisfy myself, but I wasn't letting myself have more than that. Since we got a new gym membership, I was doing like an hour to 2 hours a week just on an elliptical. So the combination of little splurges at Starbucks, not eating enough on most days, and doing too much cardio at the gym, my body held on to all the fat it could and all the water weight it could. This was like all of December 2016 and January of 2017, this time frame I'm talking about. And this is where I get the left photo of my transformation pictures because I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was holding on to so much water weight and fat. Let's move to March of 2017. My dad showed me how to lift weights because I had just been doing so much cardio and nothing was working for me. My dad just took me through one of his workouts, and he basically just used all of the machines that the gym has. No free weights, we just used all of the machines, and I really liked it. So I started doing that maybe once a week from about March 2017 to August 2017. But at that point, I really wasn't worried about food. I wasn't constricting myself like I was beforehand, but I was not really taking care of my body at all. I just kind of ate like frozen foods or fast foods. I didn't really have any knowledge about like what healthy foods I should be eating, and I didn't know that nutrition was like a huge part of lifting. So even though I was only lifting once a week, it probably could have made a difference in my body if I would have been eating correctly. So then in August 2017, this part makes me so excited. I learned to properly weightlift and stay consistent with it, and I've been doing it since. It's crazy to me that I can sit here and say that I've almost been consistently weightlifting for 3 years now. So August 2017, I was starting my senior year of high school, and this is when my brother got into weightlifting. So he started gaining weight, gaining muscle, and he looked really good. And I just kind of went with him to the gym one day because he couldn't drive I really didn't want to drive there and just sit around while he lifted weights and do more cardio because I hated cardio. So I just went along with him during one of his weightlifting workouts, and he took us through a full leg workout, like free weights. So it was kind of different than what my dad had taken me through. We did like squats and deadlifts and lunges, and I just really enjoyed it. I felt really, really good afterwards. So I went back with him a couple days later, and he took me through a full upper body workout with free weights. And I'm not kidding, since then I've been consistently weightlifting. It has completely changed my life. I would never have a fitness account on Instagram or a YouTube channel or look the way I do now or be as happy as I am now if I wouldn't have stayed with weightlifting. This is the same time I started finding out about fitness brands like Gymshark, and once I found out about Gymshark, I found out about all their athletes. So I started watching Whitney and Nikki and like Bella Fernandez and people that had bodies similar to mine. It just made me so happy to see that these other women that were also weightlifting looked so good. I started watching their YouTube channels, and I was actually watching my food. Now people are always asking me what was I eating like at the beginning of my weightlifting journey. It was a little more restricted than how I eat now. Now that I've built up muscle for 3 years, I can kind of get away with more fats and carbs, but back then I was really focused on high protein but also getting nutrients in, so eggs and chicken, salads, fruit smoothies, one of those like super healthy clean diets. Honestly, if I ate now like I did when I started my fitness journey, I could probably look really good, but I wouldn't be as happy because I just love eating things like English muffins and putting tons of granola in my yogurt and eating chocolate and ice cream, and I can get away with that now that I have more muscle mass. Also, when I properly started weightlifting and eating back in August of 2017, I was not doing cardio. Now, a lot of people ask me at the beginning of your weightlifting journey, how much cardio were you doing to lose that much weight? None. I was not doing cardio. Now I do anywhere between 1 or 2 HIIT cardio sessions a week. Now, I'm not in quarantine. Sometimes that will entail doing like sprints on the treadmill or some type of HIIT workout on the Stairmaster. But since we're stuck at home, it's mainly just circuits. So I'll just do like 4 to 5 high intensity exercises for about 40 seconds, take a little 20-second break, and then do it again. And I forgot to say that I was so confident. I've always been so confident. As I've been putting pictures up here, there was not one time where I thought I was overweight, I thought I was ugly. Every single one of these pictures I've put up here, I remember seeing those pictures after they were taken and thinking, damn, I look good. I've always been super confident. Now I have my days where I look in the mirror and I'm like, my legs look a little big or my stomach looks a little big. Like, I definitely have insecure days, but I never thought I was overweight. And even my family and friends say this when I make transformation pictures. They see the left side and they're like, I don't remember you being that big. And it's because really I just like looked like a normal girl, but once I started shedding fat, people started looking back and thinking, oh, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but every time I post a transformation picture, some of my old friends and family members will be like, I don't remember you looking like that. So to end off this video, I actually found some in-body scale tests that I've done throughout my fitness journey. So this is really cool. I can actually give you guys the numbers of my weight and my body fat percentage. So there's like an in-body scale at my gym, and the first time I used it was about 2 months into my fitness journey. I wish I would have known about it before I started my fitness journey, but at the same time I didn't really know that I was starting my fitness journey. You never know till you're like a little bit of the ways in, if that makes sense. I took these once a month for a long time, which is kind of nice because I can go back and see like how quickly the weight was going down before it kind of steadied out. So the first one I have is October 23rd, 2017. And I started weightlifting and eating right in August of 2017, so this is about 2 months in. There's a lot of information on here, but I'm just gonna give you my weight, my body fat percentage, and my muscle mass. So in October of 2017, I weighed 170 pounds. My body fat percentage was 32.4%, and my muscle mass was 31 pounds. Now we have November of 2017, so a month later. So November 22nd, of 2017, I weighed 165 pounds, so 5 pounds less than the month before. My body fat percentage was 32.1 and my muscle mass was 30 pounds, so I lost a pound of muscle and 5 pounds overall. Then we have December 24th, 2017. I weighed 160 pounds my body fat percentage was 31.5 and my muscle mass was 30 pounds. And there's a lot more tests in between now and then, but the most recent one I have is June 2019, almost a year ago. I weighed 143 pounds. My body fat percentage was 29% and my muscle mass was 27 pounds. So that was the last time I did that little test at my gym. And then the last time I actually weighed myself was 3 weeks ago and I weighed 152 pounds. But actually, another fun thing, I'm so glad all this technology just happened to work in my favor. I've had Fitbits since I was like 13 years old. Apparently I've had like the same username and account since then, and every once in a while I would put my weight into the app. So I actually have a graph of my weight from January 2016 all the way up until today. And I'm going to be looking at the lighter blue line because that's actually my weight. So you can see in January of 2016, which is when I was playing softball, I was around 166 pounds. And then we kind of plateaued for a while. I don't think I was entering my weight in, so it just kind of stayed there for a while. But you can see around the springtime of 2017 when I was a junior and going to Starbucks and trying to do cardio and then barely eating some days, I was at my heaviest at 180 pounds. And then around August 2017, just see it go. That's just so exciting for me to see. You see my weight just go down. Now if I zoom in, oh, I can't zoom in, but you can see it kind of goes up and down because weight loss isn't just a steady downhill. You're gonna have little bumps in the road. And then last summer, you can see I hit my lowest weight at 143 pounds and now I'm back up to about 153. So I just think it's so cool that I've had these Fitbits for so long that I can actually track that. And I thought it was awesome that I had been taking these in-body scales since just about the beginning of my fitness journey so I can look back on how much my body's actually changed. So that is my entire fitness journey explained up until this point. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you have any more questions, please let me know. I've also made an entire video about my top 10 fat loss tips. So if you're interested in watching that and knowing what else I did besides like eat healthy and lift weights, you should definitely go watch that. I think I was wearing the same shirt in that video, but just ignore that. If you've made it this far in the video, comment down below your favorite form of exercise because I'd love to hear how you guys like to stay active. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.